What's up, YouTube? YokGang, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to fix up some Bahamian style conch salad for y'all. I was craving it, so I definitely wanted to show y'all how I make it. So I have my stuff here and we are gonna get started. Okay, so this recipe is very simple. If you ever visit the Bahamas, this would pretty much be what they're going to give you if you want traditional conch salad. You have the option to get the tropical, where they put the mango and pineapple and orange juice and all that stuff. I don't like that. I don't prefer that. I prefer the regular style conch salad. So this, these are the ingredients, and very simple. Come look. Okay, we have yellow onion, whatever you want to call this, sweet pepper, bell pepper, ají, whatever it is you want to call it. You need one of those and a couple of salad tomatoes. This recipe is really not based off of any measurements per se. It's whatever it is that you like. If you like more vegetables, you put more vegetables. If you like less, however it is that you want to do it. But first, we are going to soak the conch in some salt water. You want to try to bring the conch back to its closest to its natural state as possible. This is frozen conch that I got from one of our local fish markets. I'm not sure exactly what the story is on conch, but I know that the Bahamian queen conch is protected in Florida, so you are not able to harvest it. You cannot bring it in from the Bahamas, but the Bahamian government allows 6 conchs per vessel. So it is a very thin line. I can only recommend that you check with FWC or check the website. You don't want to get yourself in any trouble as far as bringing in any seafood that is not permissible to come over. Your salt. The amount of salt, remember this is a salt water. Some of you may not even know what conch is. I do apologize. Conch is a snail. It's a sea snail. And for those of you that are more in the northern states, it is that beautiful shell that you see a lot of people put to their ear, and you can hear the ocean whistling in the inside. That is the conch shell. I'm going to attach a picture so that you guys can really get an understanding of what it is. And inside this conch shell lives this snail. It is obviously already cleaned. And it has a nail on it. This location right here is where the nail would be, and this is how the snail would travel through the ocean, you know, crawling with the beautiful shell on its back. So that's a quick little summary on what conch is. So you're gonna let that soak for a little bit until you get all of your vegetables washed up and ready to go. So, and I do have a Jamaican, can't remember the name of this pepper, goat pepper, that's what it is. It's a goat pepper. So this is what I will be using for my spice. First, let me wash my hands. All of my tools, my cutting board, everything is already washed, but my hands need to be washed. Onion so that we can wash the onion as well. I like to take off the first layer. It's really not a big deal. However it is that you choose to clean your onions. Let's add this in the water. Put my bag remember, whatever you bring in, you take out. Please, please, you bring it in, take it out. If not, make sure it goes in the garbage so that we can keep our parks and our area nice and clean and pretty. Okay, let me split this and take the seeds out. Again, like I said, this is nothing based on any measurements. It's what it is that you like. If you like more vegetables, you're more than welcome to put, or if you want to add different vegetables. My mother, per se, she uses celery in her conch salad because she likes the crunch and stuff with the celery. But like I said, this is traditional. If you go to the Bahamas, you go on the beach or the bay, this is what they're going to give you. Did I mention the limes? We use limes, not lemons. You can choose the lemons and the orange juice and all that stuff, but the limes are what we use traditionally. All right, sorry about that. A gentleman approached me, thought I was selling conch salad, but not today. All right, very simple, like I said, traditional. Okay, we can get rid of that top. What was I saying? We were talking about ingredients-wise. It's whatever it is that you like. They had some beautiful red peppers and orange peppers that would give it such a beautiful look, but that we're not going for look, we're going for tradition. All right, where's my other container? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we're gonna start out cutting up the bell pepper, as what we would call it. Again, is your preference the size that you would want to use of the actual vegetable. So I would rather mine be cut up quite small, so I'm going to cut up my vegetables. Again, if you all want to try the actual recipe, you can do and add whatever it is that you want to it, to your liking. Some of y'all may not even like sweet pepper, and it's okay. Try something different. Off. There's some iguanas out here. I'm sure they'll enjoy any of these vegetables. They're lucky I'm not ready. Okay. So I have them cut up. I believe this is called julienne, not Chef Yoki, but you're going to cut them into cubes or little squares. This knife isn't doing turn. I didn't bring my sharpener, and I'm in the Jeep. The truck has my sharpener. Probably going to be the longest process is actually cutting up the vegetables to however it is that you prefer them to be cut. And like I said, I enjoy my vegetables to be cut up smaller. Or I like my vegetables to be cut up smaller. And I should have brought my wooden cutting board. This glass cutting board is obviously not. These are vegetables, so I'm going to throw these out for the iguana. When I say small, this is what I mean by small. Quite tiny bite size. Let's get some more. is where I was washing off my vegetables. So I'm gonna need that now to transfer what it is that I cut into the bowl. Let's rinse this quickly. Next, I am going to cut up my onion. A wooden cutting board would have been a lot more comfortable, but I didn't bring it because I was going to do the conch, and I rather use my glass cutting board when I'm dealing with fish. But anyway, again, cut it up to how you would prefer it. Y'all for the background noise. I wanted to give y'all a nice scenery. It is Tuesday afternoon and I did not think this many people will be out in the park, but anyway, chopping up the onion. Out. Very simple. Very simple. If you guys try it, please let me know. Send me a picture. What is it? Tag me in it on Instagram. All right, so we have our tomatoes. They're washed. Compulsiveness wants me to rinse it off again, but it's clean. Okay, my thing with tomatoes is kind of strange, but hey, I don't like the tomato seeds. So I'm going to take the seeds out of the tomato before I actually cut it up and add it to the salad. Again, it's your preference. However you like it. So, what do you mean you take the seeds out? I literally just flip the seeds out like this. Flip them out. Just like that. Yeah, but you're throwing away so much tomato. It's okay. They're not that expensive. Oh, this fly. So that's pretty clean. It's not to the point to where I actually have to rinse the tomato, but to me it just creates extra liquid that I rather not have. I rather have the lime juice as my liquid versus the seeds and stuff. And yes, I saw some iguana friends, so I'm just sharing with them. Okay. All right, so these are my 2 tomatoes. I have the stem portion, so we're just gonna snip that out. Okay, so that's all done. And then now you can just also cut these up into little squares. Diced them up. Woo! Like flies. I would recommend a more firmer tomato. The tomato, when I say firmer, I mean a little more on the green side. As you can tell, the tomato is kind of mushy. And, I would have rathered it, but they didn't have it, so I had to take what they had. And I feel like it would make your salad last longer if it's properly refrigerated, because the tomatoes tend to spoil a lot faster than everything else, meaning your bell pepper and your onion and stuff. So that way it would have held a little longer life, but it's okay. I'm sure this will be gone quite quickly. Okay, so that is the tomato. Okay, so we're gonna leave this for last. We're gonna leave this for last because this has a lot of heat. All right, let me clean up my station so that I can get my conch prepared. I want to give a shout out to a special little girl that I had a conversation with yesterday. She's in kindergarten and she is YokGang. Her father reached out to me on Instagram and he was just telling me how inspired she is by me and how she watches all of my videos and she just loves what it is that I do. And that really made me feel some type of way, in a good way. It put a smile on my face. I was just, you know, you never know the type of, I guess, influence you let off on different people of all ages, of all walks of life. And they just appreciate what it is that you do. And Isabella, baby girl, it was such a pleasure speaking with you yesterday. You can call me anytime and we'll talk. She's in kindergarten. This is a big deal. She, kindergarten, what are you, 5 or 6 years old? No, you may be 5, maybe going to turn 6 before you go into the 1st grade. And I inspire her. That's, I mean, amazing to me. Isabella, I love you. I told you I'm going to get you that t-shirt. I'm working on it for you. And if you see this, I wish I knew what school you went to so I can give your school a shout out too. But hey, Isabella, I am your #1 fan. I am your fan. I hope you like this salad too, Isabella. Tell your mommy to try it. Okay, so I have the station cleaned up, and we have our conch that's been soaking in the salt water. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna keep this salt water, because as I cut it up, I'm gonna return it back into the salt water until I'm actually ready to use it. So let me move these out of the way and put this right here. And at this point, after they are cleaned, you can pretty much use everything on here. This is the red, what we call the conch red. The conch bubby is gone, but I enjoy the bubby. But the conch red is okay. It's more of a chewier part of it, and it's also very good, very good. So just wash it up a little bit. You have your salt already in here, so just give it a nice little wash up. If the conch was fresh, straight out of the shell, this flesh would have been white. I mean, just pearly white and extremely tender. But again, what can you do? So what I may need to do is take you back to Bimini, and let's go to a conch stand in Bimini, and let's do it over so you can see the difference between the conch. Now, I was telling you about the vegetables to the conch ratio. It's all what it is that you like. I am looking at what it is that I have, and it looks like I have quite a bit of vegetables in here. So I would probably gonna half this. So I'm not eating vegetable salad versus conch salad, but that is a lot. This is about a pound of conch. Okay. All right, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna use this water because I'm obviously washing it in this. So I'm gonna throw this water out and then redo some salt water for me to transfer it back once I cut it up. Okay, so this is what's left of it once you clean it. Like I said, you can eat everything that's here. We have a firmer piece. This is like the thumb. Remember I was telling you that this is where the nail is here, how they scoot around in the ocean. So what I'm gonna do is I am just going to cut diagonally along where this red skirt is. And then I'll have this chunk, and then I'll have that thumb that we were just talking about. And I'm gonna split this thumb, not in half this way, but in half the long way, because it is very thick. And conch can be very tough. So in this type of recipe, the lime juice would pretty much break down some of that fibrous toughness. So that's why we use the conch. And another thing, this is raw. This is not cooked. We do eat conch straight out of the shell. So once you harvest them, you clean them. Well, you take them out of the shell, you clean them, and you go straight to work. And it is delicious. So yes, this is a raw dish, and that's just how we eat it. All right, these flies are driving me insane. Okay, so I like the red. I'm not gonna get rid of that. But as you can see how I split that thumb piece I was telling you in half, so it's thinner. So you don't have any big chewy pieces. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go through the process of cutting it up. And I want to taste my conch, so I'm not gonna cut it up too small. This is my fresh, clean salt water. So I threw that out and I did some fresh water because I did actually wash the conch in it. And I didn't like the thought of me putting back my clean conch in the dirty water. You have to move quickly because of the flies. So we're just going to go through the process of cutting it up in nice bite-sized chunks. Oh. The quicker I can get it into the water, the flies wouldn't be so interested. All right, so the flies was driving me crazy, so I had to hurry up and get this together. I did say this was raw, but it can be eaten. So what's gonna happen is the acid in the lemon and the limes is gonna cook it like a ceviche. If you're not familiar with ceviche, let me finish this up. That was the red. That was the chewier part that I tell you that I like. Okay, the ceviche is the same thing, just like if it's a shrimp cocktail or anything like that, but not the cooked shrimp cocktail, but the raw shrimp cocktail. So what happens is the lime juice is what cooks the actual fish or whatever it is that you're using. That's a good idea. I might need to do a ceviche, a fish ceviche with some shrimp. What you think? If you agree, let me know in the comments below, and we might just fix that up. Okay, the conch was not as difficult to cut. The meat is actually, for it to have been frozen previously, it's actually a little more tender than I expected. But this is a lot tougher. Well, why would you want that? Because it's good. Okay, so I'm gonna just rough chop this, and we'll move on. Oh, so I'm here fixing up the conch salad, right? So this van pulls up, beep, 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 beep. YokGang, YokGang. Michael Williams, thank you for your support. He held up his tablet. He was actually watching me on his break. That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Okay, let's speed through this. Oh, my hair keeps going in my mouth. It doesn't have to be fancy or any, you know, specific type. You can cut it to your liking. If I had a wooden cutting board, I think I keep repeating that over and over, this would have been a lot easier and faster, but whatever. Okay, so we're gonna leave that like that. And we're gonna add it back to the salt water. Okay. Ooh. All right, so now let me rinse off my station. Let me cover this up. All right. We're all washed up. Our lines. I'll use it in the strainer. Guys, wash your lines too. People fondle these while they're in the store, and because they have skin on it, you really don't think much, but all right, so they're rinsed, and we're gonna cut them up. A couple of rolls to soften them up a little bit. What this is doing is breaking down the juices inside, so it's a little easier to squeeze, even though I have my little contraption here. All right. Okay. So, before we do this, let's take our conch, because I am going to need to obviously squeeze the limes into the salad. So, again, just a quick little rinse up. And I'm going to strain and squeeze the water out of the conch, because you don't want to add any of this water into your salad. All right, so I'm just going to come over here. Rinse a little bit of that salt off, because you are going to season it with your own either salt or garlic salt, whatever it is that you want to use. Okay, so we have our rinsed conch here. I'm just going to set it on this bowl like this so that it can continue to drain as I squeeze it. I was going to take out the vegetables, but I'm just going to leave it because why not? All right, you see how you have some liquid that's coming out? You want to get all of that out. Oh, these flies. Oh, they're so annoying. So good, and it's not even finished. I'll eat a piece. That is good. Okay, so I'm gonna cover this up, and then we're gonna move on to, I'm gonna squeeze the limes in here because the conch is attracting too many flies and I don't want them on my food. So I'm gonna just squeeze them in this bowl and then we'll transfer it into the bowl. All right, there's really nothing special about this part. These are 10 limes. You may want to use more or less, whatever it is that you choose. But I'm going to use all of it, because I obviously have quite a bit of salad in there. Okay. I'm just going to squeeze these up. And don't tell me that these are not juicy limes. Squeeze. If you have the strength to do this with your hands, more power to you. Squeeze. It smells so nice. Rolled them so they're quite, the juice is not so hard to take out or squeeze out. That was funny. Okay. Turn it over on the other side, so that you can really get all of the juice out. bit. Some people only squeeze one side, but I like to do both because I find that you can get the most out of the lime or lemon or orange, whatever it is that you're squeezing out of it. Squeeze. This by far is the hardest part. It looks like I'm gonna need a few more, but I'll take care of that. Last one, and then we are going to transfer the juice into the salad. We're going to add our Scotch bonnet, or did I say goat? I think goat and Scotch bonnet might be the same. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just different terms or different names for different countries. But if you know the correct name of this pepper, I call it either Scotch bonnet or goat pepper. If y'all know different, let me know. I think Jamaicans call it Scotch bonnet, if I'm not mistaken. All right, that's the last one. That's it. All right, so once again, we are going to, this is the juice of 10 limes. So clean up. Remember, pack out what you pack in. A little bit of water. I'm not going to rinse off my board because it has the lime juice on it, and that's where I'm going to chop up the pepper. Okay, I'm not going to use the whole thing. I'm just going to use probably about a quarter of it. I should get a glove. Give me 1 second. Got a glove. I do not want to touch my eyes or find out if I have a nick on my finger because it will burn. Hands are wet, so it's kind of difficult to put this on, but I got it. Okay, I'm only going to use about a quarter of this. All I did was inhaled it when it popped, and it took my breath. I definitely don't want these these seeds. This is where the heat is, and this membrane right here, this the vein is where the heat is. So you want to be extremely careful, unless you just like it. If you just like it, hey, have at it. But we're just gonna remove that and remove the seeds. And all I'm gonna do to this is pretty much just smash it like so. Whew. There's a seed. Smash it. Until it's pretty smooth, so that when I put it into the salad, you can still see it, but it won't be so pronounced. Okay, so just gonna squish it like this. Oh, this smells hot. And this might be a lot. Okay, so very simple recipe. We had salt on the conch prior. When we washed it, we had it soaking in salt. So what that is going to do is pretty much absorb and adapt the original flavor from it, especially if it's not fresh. So you're just bringing it back to life, like I said. And this is it. You can choose either one of the two. You can use both. And if that's what you like, I am going to pour my lime juice in here. And what this lime juice does, it's going to cook the conch salad. Add a little bit of salt. A little bit of garlic salt. Again, it's your choice. Oh, that smells very nice. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call traditional Bahamian conch salad. I get a little bit of my pepper. Just stir that around. Oh, I'm glad I didn't take out any vegetables because it's perfect. And if you notice, like I was telling you with taking out the seeds from the tomato, what you have here is straight lime juice. It's not all that extra tomato juice and all that stuff. This is straight lime juice and in your salad. Oh, there goes my pepper. So the moment of truth is a taste. Let's see. Let me cover this up because flies. And it's not because I fixed it. That is good. Definitely try the recipe. Extremely simple. You had what? 5 ingredients? Conch, tomato. It's not sweet onion. It's the yellow onion, green pepper, salt, and garlic salt. That is it. And your limes. That is it. And you will not be disappointed. Believe me. So, I mean, at this point, I need to clean up before the sun goes down. YokGang, I hope you enjoyed well, you guys respond so well to my cooking videos that I just felt the need that I had to put something else out when it culture based. So my next video, I might just do something leaning towards the Cuban side, since this is the Bahamian conch salad, which my mother is Bahamian. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you try it, and tag me in it. Take your pictures on Instagram. And hey, YokGang, thank you guys so much. Check out my PVC patches on my website. I do apologize, I don't have any more of the YokGang t-shirts left. They are coming, they're coming, they're coming. Isabella, baby girl, this one was for you. Michael Williams, thank you for the support. Guys, this is where it ends. I love you guys to pieces, like I always say. It's time for me to clean up because I'm ready to eat this conch salad. Tell me what you think, but this is where it ends.